Today is Monday and it's 8:15. I am going to an oath taking today. It's called Hypocrite's Oath, and it's an oath that medical students need to take. So I'm going there right now. It starts at 8:30.
Sexual orientation and religious focus.
My first consideration will be the health and well-being of all people, irrespective of race, gender, sexual orientation, and religious or political affiliation. I hope you guys will be able to see what I'm doing. I'm in the skills center and I'm practicing CPR on an unconscious adult patient, and I wanted to show you guys this because it is really important for an average person and not just a medical student, a doctor, an emergency care provider, or anyone in the health field to know CPR. It's very important. People who are not in the health science field to know how to do CPR, because our lecturer told us that a lot of people pass away from not getting CPR earlier on when they become unconscious, or if they don't get efficient CPR because people are not, what can I say, confident in their CPR performance or skills. So it's really important for you guys to learn CPR. Obviously, I'm also a learning person. I'm a medical student. I'm doing my first year. I'm also just practicing and learning. So if you see something, just this could help you maybe for basics, but don't just solemnly learn from what I'm showing you today, because I might be making some mistakes, which I will maybe, because I'm also still learning. But obviously as time goes, I'm going to become better at it and I'm going to become more confident in my CPR skills. So that's why I'm showing you guys this technique, because it's really important for you guys to know CPR in the case where, like, you are at home and one of your family members collapses from either choking and they become unconscious, or maybe other health related issues, that you can start CPR promptly, because that CPR aims to circulate blood flow to the brain, and when a person is unconscious, that blood flow doesn't occur and the person might get brain damage within 3 to 6 minutes. That's why a lot of people, according to research, like, pass away because they didn't get CPR at an early stage. Like, you can get brain damage within 3 to 6 minutes, and that also may lead to death. So yeah, that's my little TED talk. I'm gonna start showing you how to do it, and also I'm gonna link some videos that helped me out on learning. I don't have a video from my actual teacher, but I'll show you what he also taught. I'm gonna just integrate everything I've learned, but then I'll also try and link down some videos on how to perform CPR on an adult, on a child, and on an infant. Here I'll link all those videos that helped me out, and they're done by, like, professionals, obviously, and they're on YouTube, so that you guys can check them down and you guys can also learn, because it's really important to learn. Okay, so how we're going to start is that when you have or see a person who's unconscious, you assess the situation first to make sure that the situation is safe. And then, okay, I've assessed my surroundings and it looks safe for me to come and help the patient. Okay, when I come and help the patient, I tap them. Hello sir, are you okay? Are you okay? So there's no signs of response. That means it's unconscious. And now I'm gonna look for any signs of breathing, and this should not take more than 10 minutes, not 10 minutes, 10 seconds. It should not take more than 10 seconds. I assess, okay, I listen or feel if there's breath on my ear, and I look. And as I do this, I'm also looking for if the chest rises or not. Okay, this took me less than 10 seconds, and I've declared that my patient or the person I'm helping is unconscious and is not breathing, and I will start now my CPR circulations. So you'll take your dominant hand, and mine is my right hand. Take your dominant hand and take your above hand, not your above hand, your left hand, and you put it on top of your dominant hand and do this. And then now you're going to aim here, just by the nipples, on the chest bone, on the breastbone, not chest bone, on the breastbone, which is, yeah, on the breastbone. And you're gonna put the heel of your hand on there, and you're gonna perform 30 compressions. And then after 30 compressions, you're gonna give mouth to mouth, but we use this mouthpiece to just be safe for us. Yeah, now you're gonna start with your compression. When you start with your compressions, make sure that your body leans over the patient, and your elbows are locked. Okay, and you're gonna start 30 compressions, and they need to be of the same strength from the beginning until the end. And also another important thing, when you see a person who's not breathing and who's unconscious, you need to call for help. Like, you need to call for help or ask someone around, like call the ambulance. And also if there's people around, like shout help, 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 because giving CPR is a very strenuous activity and it takes a lot of energy out of you. So you will need all the help you will need. Don't forget to call the ambulance, and then you need to do CPR until an ambulance comes or anyone else who is trained in like emergency care comes and takes over for you. You do not leave your patient, do not stop at any circumstances unless someone else takes over from what you were doing. Okay, so we're going to start now. My elbows are locked, my hands are like that. We're gonna start with 30 compressions. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're gonna give mouth to mouth using the headpiece. Usually someone will be helping you with this so that you don't waste time, because after compressions you need to move straight into breathing. So use this mouthpiece, you just pinch it here to not let any air come out, and then you tilt the head back as I'm doing. You tilt it back, and then you take a deep breath and you blow, and you must see that the chest should rise. If the chest is not rising, then you're not giving effective blows. Okay, okay, you saw that as I was breathing the chest was rising. And now I'm gonna do it without explaining so that you guys can see how smooth it's supposed to be, as smooth as it can when you're one person. But usually if you're two people, one will give compressions, and after the 30th compression, one will start breathing into the mouthpiece so that they will give mouth to mouth. Okay, let's go. So I'm already tired, this is a lot. Okay. What you do. So you continue doing that until the patient starts breathing again, or until the ambulance or someone who is also trained in CPR can come and assist you. I just finished practicing my skills from my OSCE this Friday. This week is our last week for our PEC block, for our poem rotations. So we'll be writing an exam or a test this Friday, a written test. After writing a written test, we'll be doing an OSCE, which is basically they want to assess us on our skills, just like I showed you in the previous video. They're gonna just see if we can perform CPR, for help a patient who's coughing, not coughing, who's choking, and all of that, and like just basically test our skills. So now I'm currently walking to my next class, and I have psychology now, so yeah. Today it's Wednesday and it's in the morning around 9:10, and I just came back from my psychology class. I didn't vlog much yesterday because I went to go pay for my HPCSA registration fee. I'm not quite sure why we have to pay the HPCSA while we're still medical students, but I do know when you start working as a medical professional, you need to pay like an annual fee so that you can be able to practice and get paid as a doctor. So that's basically what I did last day with my, not last year, why am I saying last year? That's what I did yesterday with my dad. We just went to the bank and we paid my fee, and then we came late because we had to also run some other errands. And I came back late around 6, and then I slept, and then I woke up and studied in the morning around 1 a.m. And then now I'm going to eat breakfast because I didn't eat in the morning. I was running a bit late for psychology class, so I'm only gonna be able to eat my breakfast now. And then after eating breakfast, I'm gonna study because this week is my end of block test. I'm gonna be writing my PEC test for my PEC test this Friday, and yeah, I'm going to study until around 12:30 because at 1 we have an hepatitis B vaccination that we need to take, so I'll be going to the clinic at school to take that vaccination. I just come from getting my vaccination and I couldn't film in there obviously because it's a hospital and stuff, but it wasn't that bad. It felt like a bee sting and then it burnt a bit, and then after that it was like over. It took less than like 5 minutes. So now I'm going back to my room to study. I just finished with my test and my OSCE, and the test was okay, I guess, and then the OSCE I didn't do well. Honestly, I don't think I did well because everything was going well until it came to the patient diagnosis, and I misdiagnosed the patient and the teacher gave me like a second chance and I didn't know what it was, so I don't know how to feel about that. It's over and done with, so that's the end of my PEC block.